Okay, so let's get started. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much for joining today's Vortex webinar. My name is Apostolos, and today we will discuss how energy companies can improve asset performance and reliability using field service management software, FSM. We will focus on the real operational challenges behind solar wind asset management and how a structured FSM platform help teams reduce downtime, cost control, and deliver a more reliable service model. So nowadays, energy sector is one of the biggest trend. So all around the globe, we may find this sensitive sector, mostly with solar parks, wind parks, and all these companies. So all these companies have field service management teams. So we're going to focus how you can handle your field service management teams with the field service management software and FSM. So here is the flow for today. We will start with the current industry challenges and why traditional methods often fail. So then we will define what a field service management software means in practice, walk through the key Vortex capabilities, and connect those capabilities to measurable business impact. And we're going to close with a short overview of Vortex Suite, our experience across industries and regions, and then leave some time for questions and answers. Energy companies today operate critical and highly distributed assets. So we have solar parks, we have wind farms, we have substations, we have power stations, we have grid infrastructure, we have storage systems, we have all these related equipment. So the expectation is no longer only to maintain these assets, but to maximize the uptime, prove compliance, respond quickly, and control the total operating cost. So the key message for today is that reliability now is a daily operational discipline and not only an engineering target. We're not going to approach these assets only from the maintenance side, only from the engineering side, only from the service side, but we're going to approach all these assets from the most reliable side, which is the business side, the operational side. So we're going to talk about solar PF plants. As you can see in the screen, we're going to talk about wind farms, electrical systems and substations, energy storage systems, and more. Okay, let's see the most common operational challenges. So most energy operations teams face the same pattern of problems. What they face is manual maintenance schedules, limited visibility into field activity, delays in service execution, disconnected communication. Also, we have a lack of a real-time reporting, which is extremely important in this business, the real-time information. And all these issues are not isolated. All these issues are directly affect asset availability, SLA performance, service level agreement performance, and profitability. So the field service management software, the FSM platforms, brings these processes into one control operating model. Okay. So let's discuss a little bit for the cost of the poor service management. The poor service management most of the times is more important than we believe. So every missed service event has a financial impact. It's not just a missed service event. It can mean lost production. It can mean SLA service level agreement penalties. It can mean higher subcontractor costs most of the times, repeated visits, which is the biggest problem in this industry, and dissatisfied customers. So what looks like a simple scheduling delay can become a huge loss of margin. So the purpose of a field service management suite, a field service management software, is to prevent small operational failures from becoming expensive business problems. We're talking every day with customers all around the globe, solar customers, energy, different power plant customers, and solar wind farms. And what we hear a lot is that, okay, we are covering this part with some Excels, with some emails, with some custom in house software, with some manual data entry, and most of our potential customers in these discussions, they are saying that yes, these systems are really nice, but only for huge companies, for big organizations, for multinational organizations, but not for us. So the problem is exactly there. Excel, emails, and messaging apps are useful for small teams, but they do not scale for critical energy operations. So they create information silos, version conflicts, manual data entry, and delayed visibility with no reliable audit trails. So when operations grow, the team needs one shared source of truth, what we call nowadays the single source of truth, which has structured workflows, live status, mobile execution. Definitely, we're going to discuss about this a little bit later, how mobile comes to these platforms, and of course, management reporting. So keep that growth becomes difficult to manage with information silos, Excel, emails, save as versions, Word documents, and all these kind of traditional tools that definitely create limited visibility. Okay, so get started and analyze a little bit what is an FSM software, what is a field service management software. A field service management software is the operational layer that connects requests, assets, technicians, space parts, contracts, schedules, mobile work, and reporting. Okay, so all this stuff is daily connected. So in practical terms, it turns field service from a manual coordination effort into a repeatable end-to-end process. With an FSM platform, with a field service management software, you can plan, dispatch, execute, track, close, and analyze. Let me say that again: plan, dispatch, execute, track, close, and analyze. So it's not just a reporting tool, it's not just a software to see where your technician is, it's not just a software to schedule some work orders. It's more than this. And what are the key gains of an FSM implementation? So the FSM, what is really doing regarding the transformation of your field service operations? Does it drive measurable business impact? So the value of an FSM comes from combining process control with the real-time information. So companies can gain better scheduling, faster response, fewer unnecessary site visits, improved first time fix rates, better technician productivity, and stronger customer communication. Because at the end of the day, everything comes to customer satisfaction. So, most importantly, management can finally measure the performance based on live data rather than after the fact updates. So we're shifting from feeling good decision making to fact based decision making. Okay, now let's Let's go to the functionalities of a field service management software and go and see one by one the main and core system functionalities. Now let's go uh, to the core of our discussion. So first of all, the service request management. So the service request is the starting point of the operational control. So with an FSM software, requests can be captured, classified, prioritized, assigned, and tracked through their full life cycle. So this ensures that nothing is lost in small, in emails, requests, dialogues, probably verbal communications. So all teams can distinguish between routine maintenance, corrective work, emergencies, and contractual obligations. Okay, so the service request management with a faster ticket handling. Okay, the ticketing is the heart and the beginning of the field service management software, of a field service management system, which will enable all the features that you can see in the slide. And definitely, I will send you the presentation after the webinar: the automatic ticket creation, priority classification, SLA assignment, escalation of the workflows, real-time tracking. So, to put it in a nutshell, no request get lost. Intelligent scheduling. Scheduling is where efficiency is won or lost. So, intelligent scheduling helps match the right technician to the right task based on availability, location, skills, priorities, certifications, and SLA's rules. So instead of relying only on manual planning, dispatchers now can make faster decisions and reduce travel time, idle time, and missed commitments. Assign the right technician based on the skills, based on the certifications, based on his availability, based on his location, and based on his workload. Now, let's discuss a little bit about the dispatch optimization, which is a really sensitive part because in the energy sector, your customers, your infrastructure, your assets are not close to you. And most of the times are in areas that are far away, difficult to go there, you need to travel a lot. So dispatch optimization adds a real-time layer to scheduling. So when priorities change, urgent incidents appear, or a technician becomes unavailable, so the system helps you, the dispatcher helps the dispatcher adjust routes and assignments. So this is especially important for distributed energy assets where travel time and response time can significantly affect service cost and asset downtime. So dispatch optimization is one of the most critical functionalities of a field service management software. Mobile workforce management, technician mobile app. If you know me, you know that I always say follow mobile first applications and not mobile add-on applications. So you need, if you are in the energy sector, whether you are in the solar, in the wind, in the power stations, you need the mobile application for your technicians. The mobile application brings the process to the field. Technicians receive their assignments, see asset information, follow checklists, capture pictures, photos, record spare parts and consumables, update the status, and complete the work orders on site. So this reduces back office communication, improves data quality, and gives managers the real time visibility into what is happening in the field. So you definitely need a native Android application, could be a web application, could be a native application, whether it's an Android or an iOS application, where your technician will receive the work orders, view asset information, access manuals, access documents, record activities, capture photos, collect signatures, and all this in a really user friendly interface. And you can see here some KPIs of how the system will definitely help you to improve your productivity. Now, if you're in the solar energy, the solar operations asset visibility is essential. So your teams need to know where each asset is, its service history, warranties, maintenance plans, spare part needs, and current status. So by connecting assets with work orders and technicians, an FSM system helps companies move from reactive service to control life cycle management. So, by talking for preventive maintenance is one of the strongest use cases for field service management. So, instead of waiting for failures, you can now automate recurring maintenance plans, inspections, checklists, reminders, work order creation. And this reduces breakdowns, support compliance, and make maintenance predictable rather than dependent on the manual follow up. So don't forget, if you're looking for a new field service management system, don't forget to ask your supplier if they have all the different type of preventive maintenance plans creation. So based on time recurrence, based on a custom calendar, based on a condition, based on measurements. Okay, so these types are all really important to create a comprehensive preventive maintenance plan for all your assets. So now every single service operation often depend on strict contract terms and response commitments. So an FSM system will help link service requests to contracts and SLA's rules. So now you're going to be able to monitor deadlines, measure performance, and this protects your revenue, reduces the disputes, and give management evidence of whether obligations are being met. So this functionality is important for all levels, all operational levels of your company, from the management to the sole contributor technician. Of course, when an emergency occurs, speed and coordination are critical, so the system must help classify the incident, notify the right people, assign the right technician, track response time, and document every action. Because this creates a reliable operational record and helps teams respond consistently under pressure. So do not forget that in energy sector, we do not have only regular incidents, but we also have the emergency incidents. Now let's shift to another to another functionality that has to do with the inventory management, with the spare parts and consumables. So a technician with an FSM system can be perfectly scheduled and still fail if the required spare part is missing. So inventory visibility helps ensure the right spare parts are available at the right location, whether it's a warehouse, his vehicle, the vehicle of the technician, his car, or another site or customer site. So this improves first time fix rates, reduced repeat visits, and of course keeps maintenance work moving. So this is one of the most important functionalities of the field service management system. Don't forget to ask your supplier if he have a comprehensive inventory spare part management. Do not confuse this with a warehouse management system of a finished goods warehouse, of a third-party logistics warehouse, of a raw material warehouse, because this is something completely different. We're talking about spare parts here. We're talking about consumables. So this will be directly connected with assets, directly connected with work orders. Now, if not most, but many energy companies rely on subcontractors for regional coverage or specialized work. So a subcontractors portal is a mandatory for a good field service management system. A subcontractors portal allows external partners and subcontractors to receive the assignments, upgrade the process, upload their documentation, and followed agreed workflows. So this will give you control and visibility without forcing everything through emails, phone calls. If the subcontractor went, if the subcontractor is not in the field right now, where is he? He will go later, etc., etc. And of course, there is not only the subcontractor portal, but a good FSM system needs to have a customer ticketing portal because the customer ticketing portal improves the transparency. So your customer now can submit requests, monitor the progress, access service information, and reduce the need for repeated calls or emails. So for the operation teams, this means fewer interruptions, better execution management, and of course, a more professional service experience. Now, real-time dashboards turn daily operations into measurable performance so managers can see open work orders, SLA risks, technician activity, asset status, workload and response trends. So the benefit is faster decision making. Teams can act while there is still time to prevent delays, not after the month end report. So real-time dashboards nowadays are one of the most important way to have not a feeling good, but a real fact-based decision making. And if dashboards show what is happening now, analytics can help explain patterns over time. So reporting allows managers to review response times, fixed time rates, recurring failures, technicians' productivity, maintenance costs, and SLA compliance. So this is where operational data becomes continuous improvement. So reporting, analytic, dashboards, and mandatory nowadays for a good field service management system. So when it comes to business, what about the business benefits? So when it comes to business benefits are broader than field efficiency. So we have the field efficiency that we already described, but now we're going to the business benefits. FSM, field service management software, improves service consistency, resource utilization, customer satisfaction, operational control, and internal accountability. So it also creates a scalable operating model so growth does not automatically create more complexity. So what's really important here is that the operational improvements lead to stronger operations, to better results. So higher efficiency, better SLA compliance, lower operational costs, happier customers, so business growth. And that are the business benefits. And if that are the benefits, what about the financial benefits? So the financial case is built on several drivers: fewer delays, reduced downtime, lower travel costs, better spare parts planning, improved SLA control, and higher productivity. So these improvements protect margin and help management to make investment decisions based on measurable operational returns. So here it comes to the return of investment. And this is the answer when some of you say a field service management platform is expensive, a field service management platform is out of our budget for now, etc., etc. So this slide gives you the answer because you're going to increase up to 30% your technician's productivity, up to 25% faster job completion, up to 30% less paperwork and manual entry, higher fixed time, first time fixed rates, better customer satisfaction. So I would like to keep this short and just give you the start of thinking. If you could be an energy company, you could be solar, wind, power, energy company, renewable energy, wherever you might be a partner, an IT company that you are interested to enter this market with field service management software. So I keep it shortly, and I'm here for you if you'd like to ask more things about this, about our solution. So Vortex Suite is designed to support technical operations excellence across multiple operational needs. So for energy companies especially, the strength is having the field service, the maintenance, assets, contracts, portals, mobility, and analytics. Everything you saw in this presentation is everything covered from Vortex software. Vortex Suite has a unique benefit, is all-in-one, a unified platform, consists of 6 powerful modules that can fully cover all the needs of the energy sector. And the important message is the modularity. Companies can start with the most urgent operational needs and expand as process matures. So this gives you a future-proof solution. Although today we focus on energy, Vortex has been applied across many technical service industries. So this matters because the same operational principles repeat across different sectors. So assets, field teams, service requests, contracts, spare parts, and measurable the service performance is things that applies to every company that have technical operations. We support organizations across multiple countries and regions. We have partners that are in all these regions, so you may contact with us or directly with one of our partners if you would like to see Vortex in action today. And these logos represent organizations that trust Vortex for technical operations. The point is not only the number of the clients, but the range of operational environments where the platform has been used successfully. And to close this webinar, the main message is simple. Energy companies cannot improve asset reliability only with more manual effort. So they need structured processes, real-time visibility, mobile execution, and data-driven management. So FSM provide that operation layer. I would like to thank you for your time. I would now be happy to answer your questions in the chat and discuss how these ideas could apply to your operations if you have any specific questions. Otherwise, after the webinar, you are going to receive the presentation and the recording of the session, and you are able to share this with your partners, with your customers, other partners, wherever. We give just 1 minute if we have any question. Okay. Again, thank you everyone very much for attending today's webinar and for your valuable time and participation. We hope you found the discussion useful. We hope you gain some practical insights that you can apply in your daily operations. If you have any additional questions that you didn't have the time to cover today, please feel free to send them to me and I will happy to follow up. You will get all my details in an email after this presentation. As mentioned already, the recording, the presentation, and my contact details will follow in your email. Thank you again for joining us, and we look forward to stay connected. So have a great day. Thank you.